Hello everyone and welcome to Kings Row Collectibles for another exciting review. Today, the star of the show is going to be the brand new Sora S.H.Figuarts figure from Tamashii Nation, I think. The main reason that I have all of this other stuff out here is that this figure retails at $60 and I feel like it is very expensive for the size of it. So I want to do some comparisons to other figures and talk about some other pricings, what you probably should expect to pay or what you would want to pay, and some other Kingdom Hearts figures and prices in the past. One thing I will get out of the way is that a lot of these Kingdom Hearts toys are not available anymore. They're harder to find. They could be more expensive. So unfortunately, I might say, you know what, this figure really isn't worth it. Go look for another one, but there aren't too many other options for you to look for. So this is Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2. And let me tell you right off the bat that this box is the tiniest figure box that I've ever received, and it is the most expensive figure to have such a tiny box. So on the top, it says S.H.Figuarts Sora. The box is kind of nice, but I really have to wonder why they didn't go this route, like Sailor Pluto in the back, who I'll show you in a second. I want to kind of compare this to Figma and see kind of what I prefer. I have to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the S.H.Figuarts line. I only have a couple figures from that line. But here is Sailor Pluto. And she has quite a big box. So here are the two boxes side by side. I mean, I can't even quite get them in the frame together. There's such a big difference. I mean, there really is no contest here. I have to wonder why they cheaped out on the box so much. I think I kind of get it. It's small, it's elegant, it's easy. Honestly, it seems like it would fit in a vending machine, but I like my figures in bigger boxes, and I like bigger windows to display the figure. So this really won't be convenient for in-box collectors. All you can see is his head, some of his outfit, the very tip of his keychain here, the Mickey head, and you could see some alternate faces. So let's open this up, see what we get for $60. All right, so we're opening the box. And this is what you're going to see. All right, already I'm liking him a lot better than in the box. I really don't think there's any reason they could not give more of a window. The Keyblade looks really nice. He's got some extra hands. I'm a little unsure of his face. I feel like it's a little too feminine, and I don't usually have a problem with that, but it just doesn't look 100% like Sora. So this is what you get for $60. Let's see if there's anything else in the box here. Okay, there's a little flap, and on the other side of the flap is some directions. Now, the first thing that I'm noticing is that there is no stand, which for $60, the same amount of money that you can get some Figmas, that is a problem to me. So we don't have a stand, so I don't have anything to compare that to. I just want to get Sailor Pluto out of the box to show you kind of a different S.H.Figuarts and what you might expect those to look like inside. The retail price of this figure, Sailor Pluto, is $46, so already $14 cheaper than Sora is. And I got her for like something like 50% off at Barnes & Noble on clearance. So I really didn't pay a lot for her at all. This is what you get for Sailor Pluto and what you get for Sora. Retail, $46, retail, $60. And Sailor Pluto comes with a stand. So already I'm not really a fan of how this is going. Sailor Pluto has the same thing where there's a flap, and on the inside of the flap there is instructions. Okay, so size-wise, Sailor Pluto is taller, her weapon is longer, she has one more face than Sora, and her hands come on a little carousel just like the Figmas. So let me open up Corin quick. Okay, the figures are pretty to scale with each other, which I think is a good thing, because if you collect S.H.Figuarts and Figmas, you get to display them together and they look like they kind of belong together. But the important thing to note is that Corin also comes with a stand. So Sora does not come with a stand. All right, so I've said a lot. Let's take a look at Sora and everything he comes with. Now, they are coming out with Donald, Goofy, and Organization 13 Mickey S.H.Figuarts. Okay, so here is Sora. Very similar to the Figmas. He's got the plastic in all of his joints. He is very poseable. His shoes do move, but not a whole lot. And one thing I'm really not sure about is his side pouches here are like really poseable. They really turn, and I'm not sure why. And you can see I got a little piece of plastic stuck in that, so I'll have to get that out. It's going to bother me. Pretty basic as far as, you know, figures go. I do like his mobility. I think he is very poseable, which honestly is a lot of the price point, why these figures are so expensive. So he comes with his Keyblade. Let's take that out carefully. It's very nicely painted. I have to give them that. Although, it looks like there's a little bit of scratching, but overall I can live with that. Alright, so he's got 2 additional faces, and these look really creepy by themselves. They're similar to the Figmas in that way. And then we've got lots of hands. One interesting thing is that this set of hands actually is connected. So you get one piece here, and these hands are... Oh, no, they are not connected. Because one hand has a hole and one hand has a peg. These hands can connect. Like that. So let's do that. These hands you should be able to remove. Yep, they come off pretty easy. These are on a ball joint. So we can snap these back together. So his Keyblade, we're just going to kind of click into there, and then we're going to click his hands together. I think we need to extend his arms a little bit. Oh, I didn't show you a back view, really. Here you go. I think I got... See, his hands, they don't really go together once the Keyblade is in his hand, because his arms are keeping them from moving too far. And again, you kind of have to stand him on his own because he doesn't come with a stand. I do have to say he looks very nice. One thing is his ankles do not move. So if you want to spread his legs apart like this, he doesn't really stand. So that's kind of inconvenient. I mean, like that. Ish. So I definitely think to maximize his posability, you need a S.H.Figuarts stand, and I don't know anything about that. One thing that's interesting is that his necklace here is painted onto him, and this figure, which is a Play Arts, and sorry, he's a little dusty, he has an actual necklace. And this figure was significantly cheaper retail price than the S.H.Figuarts is. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of looking at this figure and I kind of prefer him but the difference is posability. Obviously, the face sculpt isn't too great on this one. All right, so let's change his face. So to change his face, just like the Figma, you remove his hair, then you can pull his face out. Scary. Put his new face in, and then click his hair back into place. Before I say any more, I'm just going to kind of line some of the figures up and go from there. All right, so here we have some Sora figures of the past. We have 2 Play Arts figures. This is one of the original Sora figures from, I think it was Mirage that made these figures. And this came with another character. And this figure pack was probably around $12 to $20. These 2 figures probably were around $20 to $30 each. And then this figure I got in Japan, and it's quite old, but I got him for $10. And now granted, he doesn't move. So I really and honestly don't think that this figure is worth $60, especially because he does not come with a stand. His box is really tiny, but if you're a diehard Kingdom Hearts lover, I think you will like him. I mean, I like him. I think I'll need to buy a stand to make the most of his posability. I wish he had one more face with his eyes closed, so you could do that kind of pose, like that one kind of, with his eyes closed. If you're looking for an affordable Sora figure, see, he has some trouble standing. If you're looking for an affordable Sora figure, the best thing right now are these Diamond Select figures that were just released. And there's 100 different colors of Sora in all his costumes. You can find them at Target, GameStop, Toys R Us, specialty comic shops, and stuff like that. Sure, it's not the best paint job, but these retail for around $15 to $20, so they're much more affordable than this $60 toy, who in height really doesn't seem too worth it. You can look forward to my S.H.Figuarts review of Donald and Goofy, which will be coming out later this year. I'll do a comparison video for those, but tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think figures are getting too expensive these days? I think that $60 is very expensive for this Sora figure, especially given the box size and no stand. Well, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And remember, the world could always use more heroes.